It is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented by T-Mobile. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan along for the ride as well. We are very honest about our shows. So truth be told, we are recording this very late on Wednesday night Pacific time because we have a scheduling thing. So I'm happy to be doing this because didn't I warn you that on Wednesday's daytime show, I said there was some big stuff that was going to happen, and we had it.
Yeah, you kind of crushed it. A lot of stuff went down.
Yeah.
I actually like doing the night shows.
Yeah, it's a good little breakup.
We get a little frisky.
We do. It's like a late night, the after dark edition of Baseball Today, which is good. Let's start off with a heartwarming tip of the cap to the Detroit Tigers and the kid that they signed to a one-day contract, Matthew Evans. Make-A-Wish Foundation paired with the Tigers, and he got to hang out with them, did a press conference, went to the bullpen with Tarek Skubal, who was warming up to face the Yankees. How great is this?
I mean, he was firing strikes in there too.
Look at that.
Okay. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, what more could you ask for? This is Tarek Skubal. You're a Tigers fan, and you're in there like with him warming up before a game. That's amazing.
By the way, Tarek Skubal, good for you, man. Because I know that's his workplace. Let's remember, he is getting ready to face the best team in the American League. He's trying to get his team back into contention. And for him to be able to take a breath and realize how important this was to Matthew and everybody else, pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think he knows, he understands what that means to a kid. So that's A+ all the way around.
Absolutely. And Matthew, keep fighting, man. You're awesome. You're an inspiration, and so glad that you had an amazing experience out there at Comerica. We'll talk more about the Yankees-Tigers game coming up momentarily, but we got to start with the two-time defending World Series champions, and what an odd night it was for the starting battery of the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing. There were a few times early in the game where Shohei wanted Rushing to challenge, and he wouldn't. And then finally, Shohei's like hitting his head. He's like, yeah, challenge that. And Rushing's like, why'd you challenge that? Come on, man. Well, Shohei ended up being right. Strike. Okay. Later on, cross up, ball off Rushing's mitt, run scores for the Twins. Rushing looks back at Shohei like, the hell, dude? Wow, now you're thinking, what the hell's going on? He also went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks, was banging his head. Freddie Freeman had to sit next to Dalton Rushing on the bench like, dude, chill out. Dave Roberts had to come over and put his arm around him as well. The mental skills coach apparently dropped by for a little chat as well. Dodgers won the game. Here's Rushing and his skipper afterward.
I didn't do a great job. Start to finish. It was pretty embarrassing. Thankfully, he's as good as he is, and he could take control of a game. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
It's a work in progress. I mean, he's such a, he wants to do really well and expects a lot of himself. And so, when he's not doing what he expects, then he gets frustrated. And
it's embarrassing that I need support like that. I'm a grown man. Yeah, it's a pretty tough pill to swallow, both sides of the ball. It was not a great showing, and hasn't been great as of late, and I'm going to be better.
What'd you think?
I kind of liked it all, Chris, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a guy who I feel like knows the game maybe got away from him today. And, I'm sure he's seen like all the other stuff and kind of felt the pulse around kind of like his season. Here's the thing. Like, that's okay. Like, the big leagues is very, very difficult, and it can weigh on you mentally a ton. Well, when he said it's embarrassing, I'm a grown man, I shouldn't need that type of help. That's just not true.
Right.
It's so difficult, and you have all those guys willing to help you. My advice to Dalton Rushing would be like, dude, obviously you're talented and you have what it takes to play in the big leagues physically. Like, go belly up next to Freddie Freeman, or go like hang out and like be guys with Will Smith. Find you a mentor in the big leagues, and you're going to be so much better for it. There's obviously guys that are willing to do it today during the middle of a game. Like, that's the way, man. Like, you have to have good mentors in this game. It gets very, very challenging at times. and guys that have been through it can like help you a ton. So I think it's, I mean, I don't know if like this came to a head and like it kind of forced him into seeing maybe the bigger picture a little bit or something. I don't know. I think this was actually will end up being a good day for Dalton Rushing.
Right. While the game was going on, I was sitting there going, because I was kind of in and out of that game because there were so many games going on, and I saw the challenge by Shohei. I was watching that live, and I saw him kind of get pissed, and then the pass ball, and then I saw the two of them have a meeting on the mound, and it was not a normal meeting, Trev. Like, this was like Shohei staring into his soul, being like, bro, clean it up back there. Like, I need you. And Mark Pryor's coming out like, okay, let's get back, see what's going on. So I think it went from one of the worst days of Dalton Rushing's short big league career to, in the postgame, one of his best. I was impressed with him owning it. I think it's really important. I think what you said is the most important. Sometimes guys, and particularly in a macho world, we think, oh, well, we don't need help. Like, that's embarrassing that I have to ask other grown men for help. That is not true. I mean, for goodness sakes, young men ages 18 to like 26 or 27, mental health is a huge, huge issue for them. And those people who do not get the help, unfortunately, sometimes it's too late. And just because you can hit a baseball 430 feet and do what he can do on a baseball diamond does not mean that he doesn't need help. Because maybe he does. Maybe there's other stuff going on that we're not privy to. And maybe that's been part of the Dalton Rushing equation. And there have been times this year where we have said, basically, what the F is he doing? Why is he doing that to other guys on other teams? Why is he being such an asshole? Well, maybe there's a part of the story that we just don't know. And maybe this date is the day that he unlocks something that can help him.
I say it all the time on the show. Mentorship is cool. Like, we need more mentors in this world, our country specifically. So I'm all about it. Again, I wasn't the greatest player, but I did have like a really good mentors. Man, like the guys that I learned from helped me out a ton. And whatever, career that I got to have is in large part due to that mentorship. So.
Yeah, but here's part of the reason I wish that you had gotten in like career years 11, 12, because you would have been such a big help for guys. Not that I'm saying you weren't, but, you were still trying to find your path even in years 4, 5, 6, right? Still trying to, you were an established starter, but still trying to make it, if you know what I mean, in some ways. If you were on the back end of your career, you would have been an amazing dude to have as a guy that could sit down next to a Dalton Rushing.
I hope so. I appreciate the compliment, but I hope I would, because it would be me a lot of the times regurgitating things the guys have told me. And I guess that is kind of, wisdom does get passed down, right? So that's essentially what it would be. I actually say stuff all the time the guys told me, like Michael Kadire. I always reference him saying you just got to be a ball player sometimes. When you got to move positions, you got to move positions. And that's just one of the many things. But yeah, I try to do that now when I'm on the road a little bit, as best I can. Talk to guys all the time. It's fun. I hype guys up. That's my biggest thing, man. Get them out of the doldrums, dude, because that's you can get into a scary place when things aren't going your way.
Well, I remember that we titled a show earlier this year when we talked about Rushing, is he the most hated player in baseball? We asked the question because at the time, a lot of what he was doing was not making sense, okay? And so we could only deal with the information that we had. I hope that with what happened Wednesday night, that there's going to be a certain sector of our sporting society, because they always run rampant, that's going to make jokes like, Shohei's going to have your ass shipped out, bro. You better hope that Will Smith doesn't come back healthy, because the minute he does, you're finished. And people are going to want – I hope we all I hope he uses this as a launching pad for his career. And I hope, like I said, I hope he figures some stuff out here. I really do. I don't know. What were people's thoughts? We do want to hear about it. What did you think of the way he handled things after the game? What do you think of him in general? Did your perspective change from what we've seen earlier this year in his interactions with opponents? You have a last thought before we move on?
I mean, I'm not there. So I'm just making assumptions a lot when we're talking about Dalton Rushing and like what's going on in the clubhouse. Like I feel like yeah, I don't want to say anything about it because I'm not around. Like it felt like today was like the first time we've seen that. But again, it could have been happening behind the scenes for a long time.
You remember a couple of years ago when Alec Boehm had that horrible night in Philadelphia, and he mouthed the words, I fucking hate it here. And Nick Castellanos came on the Rose rotation. We talked about that. He told us the story that he went up to Boehm after the game, was like, you have to talk to the media and you have to own this. He said, 15 years down the line, you're going to look at this night and say it was one of the best nights of your career because of the way you handled it. And so I just think about that maybe somebody talked to him before Dalton Rushing talked to the media, or maybe he did it on his own. I don't know. Whatever did happen, it's an A++ the way he handled it with the microphone and camera in front of his face. So I thought that was good. One other quick note. Congrats to Mookie Betts. 300 career home run. Like, Mookie needs another thing.
Yeah. Can Dodgers give us one? Gosh, we're riding high, 5-1 on the road trip. Go back and get swept. We were in 2 of the games.
Yes, you were. Sorry. It's okay.
So Ryan had the lead. Oh,
you'll be fine. Dodgers have a day off and then a weekend set in San Diego, which I'm sure we will talk about to get you set for the Friday show. That'll be fun. All right, this episode, Baseball Today, it is sponsored by SeatGeek. Covering baseball every day. That means June is nonstop, right? We're halfway through the baseball season. The World Cup, we're getting close to the knockout round. If you want to actually be there for any of it, you need SeatGeek. More than 35 million downloads has made SeatGeek the #1 rated ticketing app around. Over 70,000 events across sports, concerts, festivals, and MLB's official ticket marketplace. Every baseball ticket is fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled. Here's the great thing about SeatGeek. They're always looking out for you and your wallet. They want you to get the best deal possible. Now, you might look for seats to a baseball game and see there's 2 right behind the dugout. You're like, awesome, I'm going to get those. And then you see there's a little red dot next to it. And you're going to be, how in the world could those be bad seats? The seats aren't bad. The deal is. So look for the green dot. That means it's a good deal. Red dot means, hold on, keep looking, brother. And of course, we got a code for you as well. You can use the code BASEBALL2026, 10% off your next set of MLB tickets at SeatGeek. That is 10% off any MLB tickets with the promo code BASEBALL2026. Just click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Well done. As I mentioned, Dodgers get a day off. Then Friday, they are in San Diego. And the Padres, they just whooped up on one of the best teams in baseball.
Line down the right field line. Fair ball. From third comes France. Here comes Bowen. Shamon Taylor drives in a pair. Padres take a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, and they end up sweeping Atlanta in a 3-game set. Boy, Taylor has been a breath of fresh air, hitting near the top, at the top of the lineup. I think he had second on Wednesday night. He's done a great job in limited time there in San Diego, hasn't he?
I feel like almost every single big play he's been a part of it. He's made some really good defensive plays. I like this guy. He bunts too. He's fast.
Mm-hmm.
My kind of player.
So how big is this 3-game sweep for San Diego?
Well, I mean, it's amazing. It's to go and do this against the Braves is this is the team we think they can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Okay.
Hold on. Look. It was a great series for them. Gritty, a lot of good things happened, okay? I know there's concerns with this roster. I voiced them actually today with Jake. We did our power rankings episode. We talked about the Padres and Walker Buehler's their second best starter right now. And that's very interesting. It's very interesting. I love him. But they'll go through prolonged periods where they won't score any runs and they don't play. They kind of play down to the level of their competition. Is that or maybe that's kind of what I think of them. But then I think you'll probably tell me maybe they're just not that good of a team. But here's why I think it's really important. Obviously, sweeping is great. But they had this massive matchup with the Dodgers. Dodgers coming off a sweep of my Twins. They're feeling really good at home. Fan base energized again for this crazy weekend series. I think that matters, Chris. I do.
Okay. And like I said, I think we're going to talk more extensively about that upcoming series on Friday. As far as focusing on this one, for whatever reason, they have killed the Braves in San Diego. I think that is 9 straight wins if you include the playoffs out there from a couple of years ago or whenever that was. So San Diego has figured that out, no matter how good or not good the Atlanta Braves are. With that being said, here's the good news. The bullpen continues to be one of the best in baseball. All right. I mean, really, virtually anybody that came out of the bullpen doors was phenomenal. Now, Michael King didn't need a lot of help in that 1-0 game. Then in game 2, they actually used Wandy as an opener, and then Griffin Canning came out, and he couldn't get anybody out. So, yes, technically he was a reliever, but he was supposed to be a long man that turned, unfortunately, into a short man because he wasn't any good. But virtually everybody else was unhittable. So that is the good news. Like, check that box. We're good there. As far as the starting pitching, there's still a lot of holes. And as far as the bats go, yes, Machado had the home run in the 1-0 win, and then they get a walk-off in game 2. Awesome. They're still dead last in OPS and 29th in runs scored. Now, that's not going to change over a 3-game set, but I have to see a little bit of marked improvement over like a whole month before I hop back on this train.
I guess I never got off the train. I don't know what it is.
No, you didn't. You will never get off.
I haven't got off the train yet. I just think I'm hoping those bats do wake up. I hope that Fernando finds a power stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Machado goes or continues to go. But I do worry about the starting pitching. I mean, JP Sears came up today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Came up big for them.
Yes, he did.
Five scoreless before you have a 2-run shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's the starting pitching. I actually think the offense, I have faith that they'll get it going. I don't think the rest of the year can rely on what they have going in the rotation right now.
Yeah. It's
big because it's a big series coming up. I don't care what anyone says. It's freaking massive.
I will be excited to watch it. There's no question. I want the Padres to be good because I love the atmosphere there. I just think they need a good 3 to 4 weeks offensively to have me say, you know what?
They start somewhere.
What's that?
You got to start somewhere.
They do. No question. You know what I can't get out of my mind is the fact that they gave up what'd they give up? 6 or 9 runs to the Cubs in the 3-game series and they couldn't win it. You know, like that was, I can't get, for whatever reason, I personally can't move on past that. And I'm not even like a Padres fan. So I just need a little more time to marinate. Okay. People can say what they want, though, in the comments section, whether or not you feel like this could be a good jumping off point for them.
If you were just quick off top of your head, where would you rank the Padres out of 30 teams?
So let's say I've got them about 7th in the National League. And then the only teams I would put ahead of them in the American League are the Yankees, the Rays, and I can't put Seattle ahead of them in good faith.
Wow. I had him, spoiler alert, 16th.
16th?
I had Seattle, I had White Sox, I had the Guardians, and the Blue Jays better than them.
You're nuts.
And I'm a believer, but I have to see it too.
The American League is horrible. It's bad. It is a bad league.
I think the Mariners are a better team than the Padres.
I do too. Come on, man. I feel like I
think the Blue Jays are a better team than the Padres.
But didn't the Padres win 6 games against the Mariners this year?
That I'd have to look up. I don't think that necessarily matters. Who's the better team over 162? Right.
I will agree with you with that.
Now you got me having to look that up. 6?
I'm almost positive that's
The
what happened.
Better Cup was over early this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that they swept
Oh my
both
gosh,
series.
dude.
You want to look it up just
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
for
It's a
us
lot
to
of
have a little fun?
It's a lot of baseball
I
to keep
can't
track of.
believe you had them 16. You have them behind the White Sox and the Guardians.
The starting pitching is not my favorite. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I guess not. You know what? It's a good thought.
Okay, let's get it up. I love that you brought this up. Okay, they won 3 at home with a walk-off in the second one. And then in Seattle, yeah, they won all of them. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get a lot of comments about that in my
The highly touted Better Cup that nobody wants to win.
Gosh, that was over May 17th.
Yeah. It's early this year.
Jeez.
Early. Okay. So Plouffe had him ranked 16th. Where do you have him ranked, people? Let's go. Comments. Build that stuff up.
And you know what? This is before they swept the Braves, okay? I gave these answers Tuesday before the game. So
Well, so what? You move them up to 15?
I'd maybe move them up to 14. Yeah.
This episode, it is sponsored by Create. Baseball Today. We show up every single day. And creatine works the same way. It's not something you take before a big workout and you forget about. Consistency is the name of the game. Create's creatine and electrolytes mix. It's built for that. 5 grams of creatine, 850 milligrams of electrolytes, and taurine. It is in one stick pack. Sugar-free, caffeine-free. Rip it into your first glass of water in the morning, and the habit is done before the day even starts. It's that simple. The electrolytes, they handle hydration through the summer heat, day games, yard work, just existing through the month of July. And the creatine handles your daily dose. I'm talking same packet, same routine every day. Plus, it comes in 3 flavors: lemon lime, passion fruit, and watermelon. Sports certified and third-party tested. What's on the label is what's in it. Use the code JOMBOY for up to 44% off your Create order. Link is in the description. Go get it now. Create. Okie dokie. Told you we'd be making it back to Motown eventually in this show, where the Yankees, they got yet another Goldie Medal winning performance by the first baseman.
Another long drive to left field. Looking up is Green. See ya! Another home run for Goldschmidt. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to have success. It's fun for our team to win. I was prepared to do whatever they needed me to do, and I still am. And, you know, I love the guys in this locker room. I have fun playing with them every day. And even times I wasn't playing, just showing up and being prepared to come off the bench or trying to maybe help them, you know, being someone else's eyes or ears, or just, you know, cheer them on. So,
Okay. Cheer them on. You're a good teammate, my man. You're awesome. You're going to be right in the Hall of Fame discussion. He can't be a cheerleader for this team in the second half when Judge and hopefully if Stanton gets healthy, right?
Well, we talked to our super fan Dan about it, and he thinks when everyone is healthy, Ben Rice is going to continue to start at first base. One of those guys is going to have to DH between him and Stanton. And then there's going to be a pinch hitter between one of those 2 guys on the bench. But you noted in the playoffs, you got to have Stanton there. So, I mean, it's a great problem, I think, for the Yankees to have, right? Like, we're talking about like too many like good hitters to play. I'd sign up for that.
Yes, you would. So a few things. The Yankee fans will point out that Paul Goldschmidt was very good last year in the first half and then dipped significantly. But he dipped down to a 631 OPS from 761. This year, he's out of this world good. I mean, really out of this world good. And I know he's significantly better against left-handed pitching, right? He mashes that. We're showing video of him right now at first base. That's a big deal, too. Let's remember, run prevention is a serious topic when we get to October. And Ben Rice at first base is not going to be ever mistaken with Paul Goldschmidt at first base. It's just something you got to throw out there. There is also the possibility that Stanton keeps re-injuring his calf, and we don't see him. But when you play the butt game, if everybody is healthy, you can't have Stanton on the bench with his playoff pedigree And Paul Goldschmidt, his numbers are awesome in the playoffs as well.
But you also can't take Ben Rice. Like, I was trying to think because, okay, start Ben Rice.
Yeah.
And then you want to bring in Goldie for what? Like, there's the majority of good relievers are right-handed. So you need Ben Rice in there. He is a better first baseman. I don't know. It's like...
Yeah, so he's not going to... No, Ben Rice's OPS against lefties is higher than 800. Now,
yeah, so, like, I'm just saying, like, that would be... Like, who does he come in for? I guess, like, just someone else in the field, and then I guess that's true. They can pinch hit for anybody.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. There are plenty of guys that you can pinch hit for, right? If you have to pinch hit for a catcher... let's say there's a lefty that comes in to face Austin Wells or something in the playoffs.
I was just thinking of lefties are going to pinch hit for. It's Austin Wells.
Yes. Yes, you are.
All right. This year, 175.
I got another one. Ryan McMahon.
Okay. 175 four-seam fastballs this year. Paul Goldschmidt is batting .392 with a .961 slug against.
That's pretty good.
That's insane.
That's pretty good for a guy who's going to turn 39 later this year.
He's still a specimen. And this dude's been playing like every single day since the middle of May.
Yeah, well, really since Judge got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, so he's showing durability. And I actually looked up his game logs. Like, he's been playing like a lot more than I had in my mind. Like, he's like his game played is over the last couple of years, 154 and 23, 154 and 24, 146 last year, and he's playing a bunch this year too.
Last year, or in his career, almost 30 playoff games, OPS of .918.
I love Paul Goldschmidt. I really do.
I do too.
Never heard a bad thing said about the guy.
All right, Dan.
What's that about?
What?
I said I've never heard a bad thing about him, and you said,
No, I was reading what Dan was putting in our chat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he now he's getting silly with some stuff. I don't even want to embarrass him by some of the stuff he's putting in our chat. No, Paul Goldschmidt is one of the more solid human beings you're going to meet in this game. He's just a good dude. Really, really good dude. And what a hell of a career he's had. He's closing in on 400 homers. He keeps swinging it the way he did against Tarek Skubal. He's going to get there this year.
Can I tell my Paul Goldschmidt story?
Please do.
We were at some like Players Association meeting in the off season. We were down at I believe it was at Torrey Pines down in San Diego, and we got this like gift bag. It's got like a bunch of stuff in it. People send stuff and whatever. One of the things inside the bag was like a free custom pair of Vans. You just had to go online and you customize your pair of Vans. And we were talking. He came to me and he was like, "You look like you would use this. I'm not really going to use this." And he gave me his custom pair of Vans thing, so I got to do it twice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Paul.
That's a good man right there.
Yeah.
That's worth an all-star ballot vote right there, I think. So, all right, Dan, stop typing stuff in the. I know it's late night, and you might have some sort of substance in you right now. Stop typing in the chat, or I'm just going to close it out.
What's in here? What do you think?
Oh, just water, some high quality H2O.
Is it?
That's what I'm drinking. My mama always said alligators are so ornery because they have so many teeth and no one to brush them. All right, let's continue on. Second straight night, the Phillies were down to their final strike in our nation's capital. Well, we know what happened on Tuesday night. They erupted for 8 runs. My bad that we didn't talk about that. That's my fault. Everybody's like, God, why didn't you talk about that? That's because it was on me. My mistake. Well, guess what? We get to talk about what happened because this is the way that concluded.
And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Right field. It's deep. Wood going back toward the wall. It is gone.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Hill, a 2-run pinch hit home run.
You gotta be kidding
That
me.
is incredible. his 4th career pinch hit home run. And the Cardiac Kids come back again.
Come on. How do we explain it on consecutive nights? They're down to their final strike and they win again?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, like they were down to it before. Like Schwarber got to a 3-2 count right before he walked.
Yeah, he had a 10-pitch at bat off the bench. And remember, he's been dealing with a bad back.
Is it Rincones, the other right fielder that's platooning?
Believe you're right. With the Philly, yeah.
Derek Hill. That is how you get a standing ovation. He got one at home. Derek Hill, when he goes out back to Philadelphia, will get one.
Yep.
Like, that's so cool, man. What a night. The night before we didn't talk about, man, like, tough. Yorbat Vivas freaking hits was it the go ahead or game time? Go ahead homer. And then they come back and do it against Brad Lord, who'd been like really, really good for the Nationals. So 2 nights in a row, tough on the Nationals. But Phillies, man, this is another team I just can't quit. The Padres and the Phillies. Phillies are proving me right. Padres starting to get there.
And the Washington Nationals have been so much fun to watch this year. We've talked about it several times about how they lead baseball in runs scored. They've got some of the most young, exciting ball players offensively. Obviously, James Wood, C.J. Abrams. How about Curtis Mead? He hit a homer again. He has been phenomenal for them. If they don't fix the bullpen, like, guys, we can't do this. Is that now 47 save opportunities they've had, and they've blown 24 of them? Is that
tough?
Is that the number? I think the record for a single season is the White Sox blew 37 saves or something. Whatever it is, the Nationals are going to have a chance to set the record, I believe, is what I saw. This is a team that is fighting for a playoff berth. Please, we'll talk about a trade that just happened. There's going to be arms available. Go fix it now.
Yeah, they need to. I honestly, I bet they're trying, Chris. I bet they're trying because this is a fun team. I had them ranked above the Padres in my power rankings. How about that?
Well, how about if we combine the Padres bullpen with the Nationals offense and
still would have very small starting pitching
and the Guardians starting pitching?
I like the Guardians starting pitching.
Now where would you rank that team?
I mean, they'd be one of the best teams in baseball.
Right?
I had the Guardians ranked so high because I think this is the best starting pitching they've had in a long time, 1 through 5.
Yeah, it's interesting. You take the Guardians.
When's the last time they had 1 through 5 like this?
I mean, I'd have to go back and look at the Kluber, Carrasco.
Yeah, exactly. That's a long time.
That's within the last decade. I mean, it's not. Look, there was a long time where my then Indians were a great offensive team, and we couldn't find enough starting pitching.
I'm saying they've won a lot of baseball games without a rotation that looks like this.
Yeah. Well, this was really about the Phillies putting a stamp on it. Schwarber's at bat was phenomenal. I was watching that, 10 pitches. Good for him, man. Not feeling his best. And the Nationals, you've talked about it, man. Not every loss is the same. And I can't imagine what losing back-to-back nights like that must feel like.
Think about I feel like what it would have done for the fan base and just like team morale if you take a series from the Phillies.
Yes.
Or they could have swept. Right?
Oh, God. These are excruciating games. They are, and we're not even in July yet. I don't know how I'm going to make it through the last half of this season. It's fun, though.
Do they play again tomorrow, or did they play Monday?
No, it's a 4-game series. I think they got a day. I think it's a day game. Let me see here. Tomorrow would be today.
Tomorrow's 6:45 Eastern.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's not a day game. No, that is not a day game. Like half a schedule on Thursday. There you go. Hopefully you will have consumed this show. All right, we still got a few things to get through, including, I mentioned, a all-star from last year getting traded. We'll touch on that and more. But first, a word from my buddy,
This episode is brought to you by Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. It's simple. You just pick a game and choose an outcome, like which team will win, which player will hit a home run, and more. It's time to get involved in the action. Then buy contracts based on what you think will happen. Yes, if you think it will. No, if you don't. Buy as many as you want. Sell if the price moves in your favor, or you let them settle when the event ends. And Fanatics Markets just got even more rewarding with Fan Cash. Now you can earn up to 10% fan cash on your trades, win or lose. Use it across the Fanatics ecosystem for things like trade credit, authentic apparel, collectibles, tickets, and more. Fan Cash is Fanatics' currency of sport, connecting trading, merchandise, collectibles, and experiences all in one place. Trade, earn fan cash, and unlock more with Fanatics Markets. Event contracts carry risks of total loss and changing prices, not good for all investors. Now available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Markets app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets, LLC. DBA Fanatics Markets IB, an introducing broker registered with the CFTC and a member of the NFA.
Trevor, thank you very much. Before we get to the action on the field between the Cubs and the Mets, David Peterson, an all-star a year ago, has been shipped to the north side of Chicago. He gets traded for a top 15 prospect in the Cubs organization, a kid named Cole Mathis, who has a 981 OPS across a couple of levels this year. He's a former second-rounder back in 2024. So we talked about the Cubs and the injuries that they have in the starting rotation. Peterson has not been good this year with an ERA over 6, but his FIP is under 4. It's like 3.5, and he is now joining an infield that is going to help him out defensively. He's a ground ball pitcher, about a 51% ground ball rate, so that should help. I think this is a step in the right direction for the Cubs. We begged them to go get some help, and they did.
I'm glad you mentioned the infield defense. I think we're going to get into some more of it.
Yes, we will.
With the Mets in a little bit. So that will help. But essentially, man, the Cubs are looking for warm bodies right now, Chris. I mean, they are decimated with injuries in that starting pitching staff. So, yeah, I think we'll see how it goes. I think we always mention it. Start early. This is kind of more out of necessity than like real necessity than just kind of like, hey, let's get better at the trade deadline. This is like we need starting pitching. So it had to happen. True rental, like as you mentioned. So I am. Yeah, I mean they need help.
They do. The Mets need a lot of help. They couldn't keep down the bat of one Dansby Swanson, who had a couple of homers in game 1 of the Cubs double dip sweep. In the last 24 hours, a guy who has really struggled at the plate this year, 15 RBIs in the last 24 hours at Citi Field, which is a pretty good number. There you go. There's his grand slam. You could see Nico Horner on second base celebrating the minute the ball left the bat. So what was more impressive, Dansby's last 24 hours there, or the fact that, we saw the Norwegian World Cup fans on hand out there doing that? I mean, dude, we talked about how great it's been to see all the different cultures at baseball games because of the World Cup. These dudes were having the time of their lives.
I mean, I love, like, give me the World Cup fans every day of the week. I have not got sick of that. I love it. Dansby, though, putting 15 runs or driving in 15 runs in less than 24 hours. I mean, that's your month. That's a great month right there. If you do that 6 times, what is that? You got 90 ribbies.
Yeah. Well,
that's in one day.
There were a lot of people that wanted him benched recently.
Well, yeah, it wasn't playing well.
No, he was not. But that was a good day for him. It was a horrific day for the New York Mets. In the nightcap, they welcomed back Francisco Lindor, and he made an error on the very first ball that he saw. But don't worry, it was like the flu because that was contagious. They made 6 infield errors on the day. 6.
What was that right there?
Misjudged.
Can you go back to that?
No, that was horrible. You want to see it again?
Please, what was this? That was like he was just like a kid at a jump zone, just jumping into the wall.
Dude, when Lindor and Marcus Semien are making boo-boos on routine plays, you know it's bad. In fact, here's how bad it got. Listen to the crowd and what they were chanting at Citi Field. Can you make that out, Trevor?
I can.
Pete Alonso, for those of you that can't. He'll be back in mid-September. And by the way, he is next week's guest on Dugout Discussions. And
Wow.
yeah, we talked to him about that coming up in a few months.
Very nice.
Yeah, he was very good. Did you see the whole Roo? Dan, I think you've got this of the Norwegian again. Bless you. Look at this. How about Mr. and Mrs. Met doing the whole thing?
I love it. I truly do. It's amazing.
Okay. Let's head from the East Coast to the West Coast. A crazy 10th inning between the Orioles and the Angels. We had a couple of plays at the plate. Chase Silseth, who's actually been a pretty good reliever for the Angels, is on. We got a little chopper. He's got to make a play with his glove, tosses to Ohapi, and we got a tag at the dish. So was that, though, crazier than the Ohapi game winner where he check swings it? Samuel Basayo can't make the tag, and we got a winner right there.
I mean, I like the play by the pitcher better. Like the intricacies of that play is like going like to your throwing side there, getting your glove over, then flipping back this way to Ohapi at the plate and like actually putting it in the perfect spot. Very difficult, very technical, probably lucky if we're being honest, but I got to give credit when credit is due.
I mean, there were 3 lucky things for the Angels, probably, if you include that play. Sean
Well, that was crazy.
The play at first where the ball gets basically booted down the right field line. He ends up at third and then ends up scoring and goes all the way around Basayo. That's now the second time in a month that we've seen a base runner run that far out and not be called out of a baseline because we now understand the rule. So there you go.
You just got to start running way outside of the baseline before the play comes to you. That's it. That's our new thing.
Yeah, maybe just start from like section 118, row F, and then make your way home. It'll be perfectly legal. 2 other things before we get out of here. Paul Skeens, we know he's going to be an all-star yet again. He's going to be in the Cy Young discussion yet again. But we did not know that perhaps he is also going to win an Emmy Award for Best Commercial.
Hey, I got it. I'm sorry to interrupt, except I'm not. This is important. We need to talk about hot dogs.
But this is a finance meeting.
Perfect. This is going to make you a lot of money. I'll keep this brief. My name is Paul Skeens. I love hot dogs, almost as much as I love winning. But there's a problem with normal hot dogs. They're weak. They're pathetic. They lack aura.
You got to go watch the whole 2-minute thing because he is. Did you watch it?
I saw. I didn't stop at it. I thought I was going to watch it right there, but you cut it short. I'll go do it on my own time.
He is funny. His dry humor is excellent.
It's a confident man right there.
Yeah. The delivery is really, really good. Really good. I want to know who created those. Those are like the old Sports Center ads.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Those are excellent. Those are excellent. Finally, a little plea from me. This week I had an amazing opportunity to do a show called the Pet Lovers Choice Awards, and it's going to be on the Pet Lovers Choice Awards YouTube channel, streaming your way tonight. So that's Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. My man Gabriel Iglesias, very funny dude. He was the host with Monica McNutt. Great broadcaster as well. Nastia Lukin, I got to work with her, the Olympic gold medalist from 2008, and all the pups. We're trying to save them from the shelters. It's such good work these people do, and I met look at that dog. Look at that dog.
It's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. I just made so many new furry friends while I was doing this and had the time of my life. So go help, raise money. It's for Best Friends Animal Society. There's, places all around the country that do incredible work. I had a chance to visit a shelter the other day with Nastya. Amazing stuff. So really,
You're the best. Everyone go watch it, please.
oh yeah, I can't wait to see how they put it together. So I'm very excited. So there were people there, John Boy fans too. Our head script writer, Steven, huge John Boy fan, big Yankee guy. So that was nice. And there was one dude there who's Gabriel's buddy. He started running down my whole resume.
Yeah.
Gabriel's like, my God,
you're famous, Chris. You're like a big time famous guy.
He's like, is he stalking you? Because if so, I can have him thrown out. I was like, no. Actually, I kind of dig it. I don't run into enough people like this. Keep going. More. All right. We are back at it again on Friday. We cannot wait for that. For our one-of-a-kind producer, Dan Rourke, the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe, I am Chris Rose. We will see you Friday here on Baseball Today, presented to you by T-Mobile.